Welcome to another episode of the Bottom of the Stream Movie Show. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. Welcome back on board the Streamboat. We are here again, as we are every week. We are trawling the Netflix stream, trying to find some hidden gem movies.
We are indeed. This week, we gave Robin our randomizer of the week off.
We did.
I picked my wildcard for this season.
Did.
First one to do it so far this season.
Yes.
So I'm going to go top of the wildcard race no matter what happens.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly. Until somebody plays theirs and picks a better movie. We'll see. I picked a movie which is a bit out of character for me. I usually pick like zany horror movies or silly movies or old
Yes.
movies. Last season was like 1930 something.
Yeah.
That movie I picked. I picked a movie from last year from China, Hong Kong, and it is called Warriors of Future.
It is.
No, not The Future, just Future. It's from 2022, as I say, it is a 12. It runs for 1 hour, 52 minutes, and it's currently rated a 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb, and is a Netflix original. 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
I think that's all right. That's not a bad rating on IMDb, is it?
No, it's not. It's mid-range.
Yeah.
High mid-range, to be fair.
Yeah.
Stars a guy called Louis Koo. He plays... Wait, I'm going to say who he plays, but there's a really weird thing in this movie. Let's talk about that now.
Yeah, definitely. Off the top.
Right from the top. Obviously, I watched this movie in the dub. I believe you did as well.
I switched between
Okay.
the dub and the original voice track, and I ended up settling on the dub.
Okay.
Which is quite rare for me.
Yeah, it is. It's just easier when you're making notes. It's just you can turn away from the screen a bit longer.
Exactly.
And that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And there's a shitload going on in this movie.
And I found the first 20 minutes where you're getting a lot of exposition, setup. This is what we're dealing with. This is what's happening. I'm not gonna lie, it was very difficult for me to make notes on.
Yeah,
and I think that's why I ended up sticking with the dub.
They fire a lot of information at you in the first 10 minutes, and then you're just like, right, I know that now. Let's carry on with the movie. And
in the dub and the subtitles is something I don't think we've come across before.
I've certainly never seen it before.
And on the show, and that is the fact that they have anglicised all the character names.
Yes, they have. But IMDb haven't.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to know who's playing who in this movie.
I think
we've got there. But yeah, I've never seen it before. All the names have been anglicised. It's very strange.
Yeah.
So Louis Koo is credited on IMDb as playing Tay Lau, but he actually plays a character called Tyler.
Yeah.
So that's how they've anglicised them. Just what sounds the closest. Ching Wan Lau plays Cheng Chung Sang,
who's called. This is really interesting because in the dub he's still called Cheng.
Yeah.
But in the subtitles he's called Johnson Cheng,
which is Chung Sang sounds like Johnson, doesn't it? So that's what they've done. It's really strange. Karina Lau, she plays Tam Bing. I didn't catch her name. I don't think she's just like the general.
General Tam. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Phillip Kueng plays Skunk.
Yeah, okay.
Which is just skunk in both languages.
And then the other main anglicised name was Connor.
Yes.
Who's the sort of wet behind the ears recruit.
Rookie.
Who goes out into the field with them.
Yeah, so it's a really strange one. So we're going to struggle. I'm going to struggle with names and for all the way through this.
I've got your back.
As long as you've got me, that's fine. Written by Ho Liang Lau, Chi Lung Law, Tin Shu Mak. Three credited writers on this movie.
Your Mandarin has really come on since we started.
I'm thinking of starting to learn it. I'm going to get what's that? Duolingo, is it?
Yeah, or Rosetta Stone or whatever.
Yeah,
all those sort of things.
I'll start learning Mandarin.
Yeah.
And I don't need the dub or the subtitles.
Yeah, exactly.
We just watch these movies.
Oh, I'll join you.
Shall we? Shall we learn Mandarin together?
Yeah.
I'm up for it if you are. Let's do it. Directed by Yeun Fai. How do you pronounce NG? Fai Ng. Fai Ng. This is his only directorial credit in the whole history of his IMDb.
Well, yeah, but it was only last year. Let's give him a chance.
But he's got a lot of credits for visual effects director or special effects director.
Nice.
He is an expert in computer-generated imagery or CGI, and that shines through in this movie because I'm going to put it out there. I don't think anything's real in this movie. I think there's a lot of green screen work going on here.
But the CGI is good.
The CGI is great. Yeah, don't get me wrong. The CGI is really good.
I mean, it's probably better than the last Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
Look, I was really impressed with the CGI.
Okay, great.
There's some big scale fight scenes,
especially because it's a lower budget movie, but the budget has all gone on the CGI.
And I've got no qualms whatsoever.
There's it's action from the start to the end. Literally never stops. There's car chases, there's explosions, there's buildings collapsing, but none of it's real. I don't think any of the sets are even real. The only fact I have about this movie is that it is Hong Kong's highest grossing homegrown movie.
Okay.
The highest grossing movie ever to have come out of Hong Kong.
Nice.
In Hong Kong. Shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Do you have a one-word review of it?
Feed me, Seymour!
I feel like in this movie we should maybe give a synopsis of what's going on. This is about an alien plant that's taken over a part of Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I guess it's set in Hong Kong.
An asteroid's hit the Earth.
Yeah, an asteroid's hit the Earth. An alien plant has taken over.
It's taken root and it is...
growing at an exponential rate.
Yeah, and destroying the city. But it is also doing some good.
Yeah, because it's doing what plants do.
Before this massive alien plant arrived, the world had killed itself.
Yes.
We are in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yes. Toxic environments, toxic air.
Humans have ruined the environment. And this plant, which they have named Pandora.
Yeah, for some reason.
This is not the first movie I've seen with a Pandora base this year. And it is helping cleanse the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's doing what plants do.
Yeah.
And it's a giant plant, so it's working.
Unfortunately, it's killing
It's also killing lots of people at the same time.
Yeah. Spreading through the city.
And we'll find out how the characters in this movie interact with this plant as we go through. There's 8 movie studio logos come up at the start of this movie before anything else happens, and that's before Netflix's one comes up. How does this movie start, Nick?
As a Terminator.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're in a robot factory, a robot army soldier factory.
Robot army soldiers. That's what this movie should be called.
Yeah. Of the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I've written soldiers prepping over credits because there's it looks like there's a big battle about to happen right at the start.
Yeah.
It's robot versus robot. And the credit sequence running at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
And then we head off to we meet a dad and his daughter.
Sure.
And they are reminiscing on, and he's teaching her about how pretty the Earth used to be before it was destroyed. And it's not like that anymore. Now there's too much war. There's loads of natural disasters all the time. There's global development that's destroyed the Earth, basically.
Earth is poisoned. Kids are being born with defects.
Including this child that we've just met.
Yeah.
She was also born ill. The air is completely toxic. It's not good. So to counteract this, they started building giant skynets over cities.
I mean, we've got Pandora.
Yeah.
We've got Skynet. Is someone a James Cameron fan here?
Maybe. But it is an actual Skynet.
It's like a dome over the city.
It's a dome over the city so the toxic air can be filtered out, I guess. So each city's been cordoned off into sections.
Yeah.
And these big Skynets have been built over it.
But as we say, at some point into this development, a asteroid hit Zone B16.
Yeah, which is where this movie's set.
Unknown city.
I think it's Hong Kong, but yeah, unknown city.
And a massive fuck-off alien plant grew out of it.
Yeah, huge, great big thing. It's massive. It's like city blocks wide. Yeah. It's huge.
Which, as we say, the good thing is it started to help cleanse the atmosphere. But the bad thing is it's a massive man-eating plant spreading through the city.
So we don't know, the guys in the film say we don't know what it can bring. We think it can bring good. We don't know how, but we think it can.
But it's uncontrollable.
And we write the end to our own stories.
Sure.
That's how the opening monologue goes.
It was a lot to get down in the prologue.
Yes.
But, my God, it saved a lot of explanation later.
It did. The first 10 minutes, they're just feeding information at us, and then we just know then. And we can just carry on. We're in this world now. We know what's going on. And the film starts proper at the B16 Temporary Command Centre.
Sure. It looks like an old sports stadium.
It's an old sports stadium. Yeah. There's 2 guys chatting.
There's Tyler and Cheng.
One of them wants to be the guy who goes out and does all the cool suicide missions.
So I got Tyler was the field-based commander.
Yeah.
He's out there. He's the head of the top squad.
Yes.
Whereas I was like, I think Chang is in charge of the
he's more like
the base,
the commander, isn't he?
Yeah.
The guy who stays behind.
He's the strategy guy.
Yeah. That's how I understood it as well. And then a huge giant plane lands in the middle of this stadium.
I just put a delivery of robots.
Yeah, it's a battalion of fighting robots is being delivered.
And we meet General Tam.
General Tam.
Who is a lady officer.
Yes.
And she really likes robots.
She does. She fucking loves robots. She's well into robots. She's got a plan. They don't hang around in this movie at all. They've figured out what to do with Pandora. And she's going to fucking do it.
They've invented gene bullets.
Yes. So Pandora is bringing... Well, 2 big rainstorms are coming to B16. This is how we're told.
And
Pandora's bringing these somehow.
When it rains, the plant grows even faster.
Yes.
Like, literally shoots new tentacles.
Yeah, as soon as it gets wet, it grows at an exponential rate. The first rainstorm will be small.
Yep.
The second rainstorm will be massive and catastrophic.
Yes.
Because it will wipe out the entire population of B16 because of rain and the growth of Pandora.
And beyond.
Beyond, yeah.
Into the rest of the city.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
So they need to alter that. They need to change something about it. And because Pandora takes in toxic gases and releases hydrogen, they can use this power to save mankind.
Basically, they've invented some kind of liquid that they think can stop the plant growing.
So they can stop the plant attacking.
Yeah.
And basically kill it. But at the same time,
not
kill it, but kill its powers. Stop its powers.
Basically, stop it growing.
Make it dormant.
Yeah.
But it will then still
work. It will still cleanse the atmosphere.
And it could cleanse the atmosphere for the whole planet.
Yeah.
If they do this thing to it.
Yeah. Magnify its sort of goodness, but stop it growing and taking over
and
the
these
planet.
gene bullets are going to do this. If they can get this into this plant.
Yeah.
It will stop its powers, but also release its
But they can't just
ability to
fire the bullets into any bit of the plant. They've got to get to the heart of it.
The pistil.
Yeah.
Which is the female genitalia of the plant.
Yeah.
Apparently, I googled that last night because I didn't know what a pistil was.
You're a pistol.
And the robots are there. They've been delivered so they can carry out this mission.
Yeah.
But their commander says, well, I've got men. Let's get them to do it. Let's get my men to do it. So... Then we meet the Major General.
Yeah.
Who's properly in charge.
Yeah.
He's the big boss man.
Sure.
He's a huge fan of Skynet.
Yes, because he invented them.
He invented them and helped put them in.
Presumably
he will live by them and die by them. And he's against this.
He's like, we don't need to do this.
We don't need to do this. We've got Skynets. They're fine. So Tam says, well, we're going to do it, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
She kind of outranks him, I assume.
I think.
If it fails, they do have a plan B.
Nuke the plant.
Blow the whole plant up, which will take out
everyone in the section,
but not everyone
in the city. So Plan B will basically kill, I think they say
160,000 people, but save 5 million, whatever. Plan B is not a good thing. We don't want Plan B to happen, so we need Plan A to work. But it needs to happen before the second storm arrives, or everyone will die.
Yeah, because the plant will grow so fast.
So the Major General authorises the mission.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, let's do this. I'm not happy about it. I think Skynets are fine, but let's do it. So then the Colonel, who we met at the beginning, who's Chang?
Yeah.
Yeah. He briefs his human soldiers. And he's like, okay.
We're rolling out. Don't listen to these officer types.
Yeah.
We can do it.
We can do this. We're going to do it.
We want to show them we're better than robots.
One guy steps forward and he says, look, we can do this, but Pandora will attack.
Yeah.
She will come back for us. I don't know why I've just gendered it, but she will come back for us. And it isn't going to be as easy as let's just put this bullet in this. One of them asks,
how long will it take for the bullet to take effect?
Yeah, they don't know.
And the general sort of says, well, actually, we don't know.
We don't know. It could be instant. It could be days. It could be weeks. Yeah, we don't know.
Could still grow for days afterwards.
But we've still got Plan B in our back pocket if we need to.
So, yeah, Cheng basically gives the pep talk of, no, we're going to do it. We're not going to need Plan B.
Yeah. We don't need your robots.
We can save 160,000 people.
And we're not hanging around because we're instantly, let's go and do this. Sure. It's happening today. It's happening now. Yeah. So they all get into these like spaceships / planes / helicopters.
Look very much like a lot of the human craft from Avatar.
Yes, very much so. Then we meet Skunk for the first time.
Sure.
He's only got one eye.
He's out in the slums.
He lives in the slums of B16.
We're in like the future with all this technology and stuff.
Yeah.
Aliens and soldier robots.
So I think it's saying 2055, it says at the beginning.
Dude's still flogging DVDs.
Yeah, it's flogging DVDs. It's that old movie, 100-year-old movies from the 1950s. Yeah, that's what he does. He appears at this point to be an ex-soldier.
He is.
Yeah, he is. But at this point, that's what he appeared. He's only got one eye. He has a bit of a flashback as well. He has a few flashbacks. He worked alongside these two guys, Tyler and Chang. And they go up. They go to these. Pandora seems to be living on top of this skyscraper.
Yeah,
or majority
through
of it is anyway.
Buildings and
so what they need to do is fire at Pandora, and then whatever they fire at it to start with, she releases smoke.
They're basically, when someone has like an angioplasty, and they put dye into you to see your veins and. Yeah, and they're doing that,
and then they'll find the pistol where they need to put this gene.
So they'll fire at the plant. It will have this reaction, which basically lights the whole thing up, and they've got to then follow it. This trail to where the
gene bullet needs to go,
where the pistol is.
So they do. There's 6. They all fire at Pandora at the same time. All 6 bullets hit their targets, and then Pandora does start fighting back, and he was not wrong. This plant,
and also the rain starts.
Yeah, it just started. The first rainstorm hits, the smaller one that we're not worried about. Pandora fights back. She instantly takes out one ship. Just grabs it with tentacles of greenery, vines, and then instantly takes out another one. But the third one does survive
because that's the one that is being piloted by Tyler.
Yes, handily.
Mm-hmm. We haven't mentioned also he's got a wet behind the ears recruit Connor in the back of the gunship, who has got a girlfriend back at base.
She's
like
on
the
kind of mission control and comms. Yeah, so she's talking to him. Then they drop some of these robot army men down there onto the ground. They deploy their robots. One robot, however, goes rogue.
Oh yeah.
So we cut back to the Major General briefly, and he's got like a keypad on his desk, and he keys something in. And then one of the robots turns to the real human sitting next to him.
Yeah, and this is in the big gunship.
Yeah, pulls a grenade pin and drops the grenade, and this big gunship blows up. And the Major General has definitely done something.
Yeah, he activated
to sabotage
he doesn't want this mission to succeed.
Which leaves only one ship left, the one that we know and love, the one with Tyler and his mate on. And
Tyler, Connor, and Lincoln.
Okay.
Are the three guys on this ship.
But then that ship crashes. Pandora brings that one down.
He lands it.
He crash lands it, shall we say. But all 3 guys survive, although one, Lincoln, is very badly injured. He appears to have had a spike go through him.
They do crash really close to a hospital.
Which is handy.
Yeah. And abandoned. But a hospital nonetheless.
It would seem to be quickly abandoned as all the equipment was still there. They have no comms, though. They're completely alone. I don't know why I just said alone like that, but I did. Instantly, Colonel Tam.
Yeah.
She wants to go to Plan B.
We've lost contact with everyone.
Let's go to Plan B straight away.
It. Cheng says, give them time.
No chance. Let's give them time.
You don't know that they're lost.
Yeah.
And he says, tell you what, I'll go and get them.
Let me go down there. I'll find them. We'll bring them back. Or we'll sort it out.
And Tam says, fine, you've got 3 hours.
Yep, basically you've got 3 hours till this massive thunderstorms come, and then I'm going to hit Plan B. The 3 guys from the crashed spaceship, they get to the disused hospital. One dude's got a hole in him.
That's Lincoln. So they hook him up.
They got some like futuristic medicine.
Well, Tyler still needs to go and find some drugs and some sort of kit to patch him up.
Yeah, they have to wear oxygen masks as well. Cheng goes out onto the streets to recruit some people to help him on his mission, and he recruits Skunk, this guy who we met earlier. The 2 of them are going to go off.
He says, come on, one last mission.
And when we're done, you can have this truck.
Yeah.
You can have that.
This is huge armoured vehicle.
Yeah, you can have that. We briefly see that the guys in the hospital are being watched by something, but we don't at this point see what it is. And then we do see what it is, and it's a giant bug.
Yeah, cockroach
type bugs.
Again, really good CGI.
Really good CGI. There's no bad CGI in this. No. There's one bad CGI piece in this movie.
Oh, is it? I don't think I noticed. Oh, I'll be interested.
It's not like really bad, but I was like, that doesn't look great. It's really good. But yeah, there's this little bug thing that nobody knew existed It's like an unknown assailant is attacking us. It's a giant cockroach.
Something snatches Lincoln off the table.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. Connor hides in the morgue. He gets in one of the drawers. But then Skunk, in this armored truck thing that he's got, he gets a signal on them. He manages to track down where they are.
Yeah, so they're heading for
They're heading for them.
And we basically get our first big fight scene, don't we, where Tyler fights the cockroach alien.
Yeah, basically. There's a huge, great big fight, CGI
through
fight
the corridors
scene through
of
the
the
corridors
hospital.
of the hospital. But then we find a little girl that is there in this hospital. We don't know where she's come from. She's just there. I thought instantly that it was a flashback, but it wasn't.
Yes, because Tyler did lose his daughter.
Yes, his daughter dies. Yeah, we find out at this point. So they rescue this little girl. And just as Tyler's about to lose this fight with this massive cockroaches, Cheng comes in and saves the day.
He's put his robo suit on.
Yeah. Yeah, they have exoskeleton robo costumes that help them fight. Skunk has a flashback to when he used to work with
Tyler
and Cheng.
And they basically sacked him from army.
Yeah, they were building the Skynet and something went wrong, so they sacked him. He got fired for whatever reason. And then
we come back to the bug fight.
Yep.
And it's Tyler and Cheng teaming up, doing cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a huge, great big fight scene going on. They're running through the corridors, shouting at Skunk to get them a way out. He manages to blow up a hole in the wall and gets them out through this hole in the wall. And the Major General, we cut back to him. He orders Plan B to happen now. Yeah. He wants it to happen, but...
And General Tam's kind of come around and gone, no,
we can't do it now.
We've sent
Cheng in. We're going to wait.
Let's give him some time.
We've got time. We can wait. We've got no problem. And this is when they realise they track down where Pandora's pistol is.
Yeah.
So they know where they need to go now. Skunk's managed to find it out.
But they haven't got any bullets because they were in the
one of the smaller
gunship,
planes,
I think, that got crashed.
Yeah,
so.
they were in the big ship.
Yeah.
Which that crashed into a skyscraper and the skyscraper almost collapsed around it.
So they now need to go and find these gene bullets.
So they need to get the gene bullets and then head to the pistol. Yeah. There's your movie.
Sounds like a mashup of a 70s detective.
It does. Yeah.
Gene Bullet is on the case.
It really does. I'm surprised one of these characters isn't called that. Cheng tells the others, look, if we're not successful about this, they have got a plan B. They're going to nuke this city and we're in this city. So we can't let them do plan B. Let's put it that way. We must finish this mission. So
Tyler's literally like, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Suits up. Puts his mecha suit on.
He's like, right, first thing we need to do is find the gene bullets. We know where the plane crashed. So they're in there. So hopefully they've survived because I don't even know if these gene bullets have survived the crash.
Yeah.
But hopefully they have and we'll go and get them. So they head off to this building. Two of them go in. Cheng doesn't go in to start with.
No, Cheng goes in with Connor.
Oh,
Tyler doesn't go in because the little girl's like, don't leave me.
Got you. Okay.
So.
She's scared because every time somebody's left her, they've never come back.
Yeah, she says her mum needs to go to the hospital and then she's not seen her since.
We have a brief flashback of when he was told his daughter was going to die.
Yeah.
So it's an emotional scene there. So they go off. They go off to retrieve this box.
Yeah, and so the scenes with Tyler and the little girl are inter-edited with Connor and Cheng making their way through this partially collapsed building.
I've written cool climbing rubble montage.
Yeah, because Cheng's like mecha suit's got this little booster engine on the back.
So he can jump really high and run really fast. So he's like climbing like Spider-Man.
Although it doesn't seem to be very reliable. It keeps
cutting out and sputting out. Yeah. So they have this climbing montage. It goes on for ages. It's really cool. And then he spots where these gene bullets are. He sees them from in the distance. And it's like, it's up there, but it's quite a long way up there. Yeah. It's like 25 meters up or something. And this whole building is about to collapse.
Yeah, and Connor's like, Connor's not got one of the suits on.
Yeah.
Because they obviously don't trust him with that technology. So he's like, I can't get up there. Yeah. And Tyler turns up.
Yeah, he just out of nowhere comes to save the day.
Left the girl in the truck with Skunk, and Tyler and Cheng are going to continue their ascent to find these bullets, and at the same time Connor gets a message from his girlfriend back at the control room
because she can't understand why this plane crashed. She's in charge.
She says a signal was sent just before the crash, and she says you're near the location, obviously because you're looking for the bullets as well. She says if you can find the head of this robot,
bring it back, and then we can
we
program
can
it to
analyze
see
what
happened.
basically.
And
so
the
you've
first
got
thing
like
you find,
2 side missions going on.
the first thing he finds, which I thought was a bit silly, was the grenade pin.
Yeah,
In this collapsed
Like-
skyscraper of rubble,
yeah.
he finds
like-
the pin of
like
the
he was
grenade.
like, that's suspicious.
curious.
I was like, why is that suspicious?
Yeah, it was like, okay. But that's how he figured out which robot's head he needed. So he cuts off this robot's head and puts it in his backpack. They realise that the gene bullet is in a car that is hanging.
It's an old school bus.
It's an old school bus. It's hanging upside down from this
Yeah,
collapsed building. I don't know why it was.
over a precipice.
I don't know why there's a car that's 25 metres up in a building, but we'll forget about that. So is it Tyler that goes in?
Yeah,
So he jumps up into this car, but he
still
can't quite reach it. So they've got this like fire hose.
Yeah.
And he's dangling from a fire hose as Cheng's holding his entire weight up.
I'm like, surely these massively advanced robot suits they're wearing would have a grappling hook on.
You would think so, wouldn't you? Or something. But anyway, they use a fire hose, and eventually he does get this. And it's the bullet that doesn't look very good, I thought, because it was on the car seat, and it looks like a picture of a bullet. That was the bit of CGI.
Yeah, it's basically a vial more than a bullet.
It's like a big glass vial with green liquid in.
Yeah.
And it was on this car seat, and it just didn't. You could tell it wasn't really there, and it didn't look great.
I didn't really like this. There's much better sequences in this movie than this sort of dangling over the edge trying to reach for this bullet.
I thought the climbing up to get it was really good. But
Yeah.
then the hanging from the fire hydrant.
But I didn't buy into the tension and the drama of I can touch it with my fingertips.
Yeah, he was
but I
like
can't
right, and then
quite,
just as he grabs it, the whole thing collapses around him. But there's a really cool sequence of them getting to that point. So they've got this gene bullet. They've got one chance at this, basically.
They have, but suddenly they are. So they get back down to the bottom with Connor, and they are surrounded by cockroaches.
Yeah, these bugs come. It's becoming very apparent that this building is about to imminently
They gotta
collapse
fight their
in on
way
them.
out.
So there's a really cool montage of them getting out of this building, whilst also fighting off these
as it
these
collapses
bugs.
around them.
So yeah, the building collapses around them. It's a really great montage, and eventually they do get out.
Skunk saves them again.
He does. Yeah.
He's got a big gun.
Yes.
So he's got the extra firepower, and
he saves
kind
the
of
day.
turns the tide.
Connor gets back to the truck, plugs the robot's head into his laptop, and pretty much instantly figures out that the Major General might have something to do with this.
Yes.
The Major General's name is Sean Lee.
I thought this was. I didn't like this bit either because Connor works this out. He tells Cheng, and Cheng immediately phones the general.
Yeah, he just rings him up.
and went,
like,
"We know you're.
we know you were behind this.
You're behind this. Why?
Yeah.
You keep this information to yourself till you need it. Surely.
He hadn't even told the lady at that
No.
point. He rings him up. But I think they've got a history together.
And General Lee's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
I told you I didn't want to do it. I told you I was behind this guy now.
And he's like, I'm going to cut your comms, and I'm sending the robots after you.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you
You're
later.
dead.
He says, the Skynet is me. I am the Skynet. And then he cuts the comms off and sends the robots onto them. So the command center downstairs in the same building loses contact with them all. They have now no idea where they are. And a robot instantly starts attacking them.
Yeah.
And it's quite a big one.
So there's a few types of robots in this movie. So these are basically, at the minute, the robot soldiers that are attacking them.
Yeah. Then this quite big one that's got a big gun on the top comes, because there's a really cool robot car chase now.
Yeah.
So
it reminded me a lot of the sort of freeway chase from the Matrix, the second Matrix movie. Yeah. I thought this was a really good sequence.
I did as well. The car chase was really good. So they're basically one of Skunk's driving, the rest of them they're in the back shooting at this robot that's shooting back at them.
And then the soldier robots are on the roof of the van.
Yeah.
You know, we get loads of panning through the van, on top of the van, under the van.
Some really great camera work going on.
Gun work and hand-to-hand combats going on.
Yeah.
And we cut back to the base, and General Tam says 30 minutes until Plan B.
Yeah, if we don't get contact back within 30 minutes, we're going to go to Plan B.
I just thought the fight in and around the van as it's going down the freeway was
cool as fuck.
It was possibly my favourite sequence in the movie. I thought it was,
I'd agree with that.
I thought it was
That's
great.
fair. Then the bridge gets blown up that they're about to go over.
One of this sort of vehicle robot that's chasing them
one.
blows the bridge up.
So they managed to jump this bridge in slow motion.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
They make it.
But so does the robot.
Unfortunately, this massive robot is hanging onto the back of the truck and pulling it back towards the gap.
The robot didn't quite make it. That's kind of hanging over the precipice. But he's also pulling the truck back over it as well. So, is it Cheng?
Yeah.
He says, okay, there's only one thing to do here. I'm going to have to sacrifice myself, beat this robot off, beat this robot up. And
he says to Tyler, "It's on you. You go and
he gives him the gene
bullet.
bullet, doesn't he? And says, "You go and do this. I'm going to sacrifice myself." So he jumps onto the robot, starts beating it, and it falls off the van.
And he through sheer strength moves the gun turret.
Yeah.
This sort
Away
of
from
mini gun, machine gun that's firing this hail of bullets, so that this robot shoots its own hand off.
Yes.
Which was also
so it can't grab the
and
truck anymore.
They fall to their doom.
Plummet to their doom.
And then instantly we cut to Chang moving at the bottom of the precipice.
Yeah.
So he's
so they pull over. They
not in danger for long.
They get to the place where they need to be. And they decide they need to contact HQ ASAP to stop them pulling off Plan B because they know what's going to happen.
15 minutes left.
Yeah.
She said, we've got 15 minutes left till Plan B is activated.
They have found where this pistol is, but it is underground.
Yeah.
So, but they're on top of it as we speak. So they're there now. And then another big robot turns up.
Yeah, General Lee's like, all right, I'm activating the Uberbot.
Yeah, and that turns over. There's great big.
This is basically a tank.
Yeah.
Robot.
That comes for them now. So they send Connor off. They're like, right, Connor, go and blow a hole in the floor because we need to get under the floor. And we'll go down there and finish this thing off. Whilst you're doing that, me and Skunk will fight off this great big tank.
And they send the little girl to hide in an
go
abandoned bus.
Yeah,
Her name's Pansy, by
Pansy,
the way,
yeah.
by now. We used to have a cat called Pansy
Did
when I
you?
was a kid.
Oh.
It was like, my mum and dad had it before I was born.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it was like the first pet we had. Yeah,
Oh, cute. So yeah, this big robot attacks them. Tyler manages to get on top of it, and the robot has the signal jammer.
Yeah.
That Major General's programmed in that's stopping the signal. So he pulls that off. There's a lot of beating off and pulling.
He's pulling off. This guy's an absolute maniac.
He pulls off the signal jammer off the robot, which regenerates the comms with the...
Yeah.
To get some of their
So
signal.
the base can see they're still alive.
And they can see that they're in the correct place.
Yeah.
They know that they're there now.
And it's, again, another great action sequence as they're fighting this massive robot.
Yeah. So, and then the lady boss, Colonel Tam, whatever her name is, she orders the Major General to stand down all of his robots.
Yes.
She's like, I know what you're doing now. You need to stand down.
And Lee's like, I don't think I can say this strongly enough.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And
they are not they are not beating this robot off in 10 minutes.
Yes, you've got basically you had an hour, you've got 10 minutes left. It doesn't matter what I do.
That bullet's not entering the plant fanny in 10 minutes.
Funny. He's like, yeah, basically, I've already won. The 10 minutes is not long enough. It doesn't matter what I do now. But then Skunk manages to blow the robot up.
Because he's got a bazooka.
He blows up a thing above it and all the rubber lands on him. But it gets back up again, but it's trapped. Meanwhile, Connor blows up a hole in the road with this cool little net bomb thing.
Yeah.
Which makes them able to get to Pandora's pistol. And then more robots come out of nowhere.
Connor gets wounded, doesn't he?
Connor gets wounded.
Shot in the leg, I think.
Tyler's about to get shot, and instead of doing that, the robot blows up the bus that the kid's on.
Yeah, I think it was shooting at them, and the bus was behind them, and it was... Yeah,
which triggers him.
It's not looking well now.
Which makes him go batshit crazy. He rips a car door off a car.
Yes.
And decapitates the robot with the edge of the car door. Because car doors' edges are really sharp.
Sure.
Skunk then blows up the big one. And all the robots are done. We're done with robots for now. And then it starts to rain.
Really rain.
Really rain. This is the big storm. This is bad times.
And Pandora grows fast.
Fast. Like super fast. Through the street.
Through
vines through the streets. Ripping through skyscrapers. Taking out people. The plan B nuke bomb is in position. Right above their heads. That's ready to go. And then who should show up?
Chang.
Chang comes back. Makes his triumphant return from the dead. With Pansy.
He's got the little girl.
He's got the little girl who also got blown up. Two people come back from the dead at the same time. Tyler gets to the pistol, which is like a glowing Pandora is what it is. I don't know where he's had that idea from. It's all glowing blue. It's very pretty. But unfortunately, there's a shitload of bugs there.
Yep.
Pandora's still growing like crazy. And then Tyler does this really cool slow motion throw of the gene bullet into the air. And it like slowly twists and turns over itself. and then it explodes in midair, and all this like spores go all over Pandora, and all the bugs instantly die.
Yeah, they all die
straight away.
They're connected as well.
Yeah, they're all connected.
Magic tree. Sorry, wrong film.
And Pandora instantly stops growing.
Yes, instantly.
Instantly, as soon as these spores hit it, it just stops.
Yeah.
So the mission has been a success.
So the plant has slightly grown out of the former exclusion area.
Yeah.
You know, because we did get a few shots of people running.
Yeah.
As it was
Quite a lot of
going
buildings got
towards
took
the
out.
base. But it seems to have, pretty instantaneously stopped.
Because remember, we didn't know how long this was going to take.
Also, the storm didn't seem to be that bad.
The storm stopped as well.
Yeah. So was Pandora controlling the weather?
I think that's what was implied, that it needed the rain. It brought the
up.
rain with it because it needed to grow.
Right, okay.
I think that's what it was implied.
I'm not sure on the science behind that.
No, not me. Major Colonel Tam, or whatever her name is, she goes to visit the Major General.
Yeah, they're going to arrest Sean Lee, I guess.
You're going to Chung Lee. You're going to take
Sean
him
Lee.
down. Sean Lee, not Chung Lee. And then he shoots himself.
Yeah.
As she walks away from him, a bullet
Case drops
drops to the floor and a gunshot goes off, but we don't see. We're assuming he shoots himself, but you don't see it. Because he lost, basically. And then the film cuts to a week later.
Sure.
Pandora is now harmless. It will never grow any further.
It's slowly purifying Earth's atmosphere.
It's purifying the whole world's atmosphere.
Not only is it harmless, it is saving
helpful.
the world.
The Skynets can come down, the blocks can all be demolished, and Pandora, this one plant in Hong Kong, is going to purify all of the air in the world. Skunk's had a haircut.
Yeah.
And
he seems to be back in.
He's back in the army.
Back recruited.
Tyler's cleaning the truck, and somebody says, "We write the ending of our own stories."
Yeah.
And then the film ends.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Well, it kind of does, but then
this is the second. This is only because of Killosaurus, the second most abrupt film ending I've seen this week, because it then cuts to Cheng and Tyler.
Yeah, I've written that as a post-credit
but it
sequence
wasn't.
almost, but because the title card of the film came up and a couple of the credits came up and then it cuts back in.
No,
It did.
no. They banter on top of the truck.
Yeah.
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 Skunk and Tyler.
Tyler.
And then it goes to Tyler and Cheng overlooking the base. And because Skunk has said to Tyler, "Where's Cheng?" And Tyler says, "Oh, he's up in a meeting with the bigwigs.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening." Then it cuts to Tyler and Cheng, like they were at the start of the film, overlooking the base.
Yeah, okay.
And Cheng says, "Oh, it's something big. A big win for us."
Which is what he said at the beginning
And
as
then
well.
it just cuts.
And then it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'd missed
So
that.
it was a really... And I was like, there better be a scene, because that's the most abrupt ending, and it doesn't make sense. What's big?
They had to have that conversation about this mission at the beginning. But yeah, you're right. It did come out.
But then...
And then there's a
I wouldn't
post-credit
say it's even post-credits.
No, it's not. It's literally...
about
the
5 seconds later.
The title card comes on, a couple of the actors' names come up, and then it cuts back into the film. And we're back on a ship. Tyler and Cheng.
Going to space.
To the fucking moon. We're like, right.
A new alien signal has been detected.
On the moon.
Yeah.
So they're going to the moon.
Cheng and Tyler have a mission to go and observe
what's going on the moon.
This signal. And with strict orders not to engage.
Yeah.
Just go and see what's happening.
It's a sequel tease. That's all it is. It's a sequel tease.
I'm well here for the Warriors of Future in Space.
Yeah,
the sequel.
I completely agree. What did you think?
I thought this was tremendous fun.
It's really good fun, isn't it? It's really silly. The storyline is batshit.
Do you remember a couple of seasons ago when my wildcard pick was Robot Overlord?
Yes.
This is what I wanted that movie to be.
This is the movie Robot Overlord should have been. It's
stupid, but I had so much fun.
It is really good fun. It never stops. There's a 2-hour movie that you had no idea it was 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was just constant action from start to finish.
We've kind of not brushed through, but when we just say, look, there's a great action sequence. The scene on the freeway when they were fighting the robot soldiers and the robot vehicles, I thought was excellent.
It was as good as anything you'd see in a blockbuster movie.
And it's a real pleasure for us to see CGI of this quality.
Yeah. I don't think
On-
we've ever
on this show.
seen... We've never seen a movie like this on this show.
Not with this many special effects.
This many special effects. There's this kind of action movie. We don't get a lot of action movies because action movies cost a lot of money to make, so they generally don't go to the bottom of the stream.
Yeah.
But we've never seen an action movie with so much action in, for definite. And it looks great. It's a beautiful film. The CGI is not bad at any point.
And it's not a direct comparison, but I'm just thinking of a recent action movie I watched a couple of weeks ago. Watched the James Gunn Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
But that's like a bit of a crazy action movie with a lot of special effects like this. I preferred this.
I did as well. Yeah, I have no issue with this movie. The storyline is mental. That this alien planet has taken over the world and we need to
but after
destroy it, but also
you've done
not
the first
destroy it.
10 minutes,
That's fine.
That's laid out for you.
You explained that to me in the first 10, 15 minutes of this movie, and then I'm in.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. I know your world. You've explained your world to me well. I'm in. Let's just do this.
I mean,
and there's no more to it than that. It's get this bullet in this plant.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
And it looks good. I thought the charisma of Tyler, Skunk, and Cheng was really good. I thought they were three strong leads. Connor's character was a bit
that would be my down
superfluous.
point. Yeah, he's not
There's the
necessarily
sort of wet
important.
behind the ear.
Yeah, I can see why they've done it, but at the same point, it was probably redundant.
I was fine with sort of. I thought the sort of pansy side quest that was absolutely fine, but the Connor stuff didn't do much for me. But the charisma of the three leads is really good. I don't think it's the best dub we've ever seen.
No, definitely not. The anglicising of the names is strange. It's a strange decision.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's been done. I've never seen it done before. But it's a strange one.
If there's going to be a sequel to this, I will watch that in my own time.
100%.
And I will have fun.
100%. If there's a sequel, we'll watch it on the watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Definitely. Why is it called Warriors of Future?
It's in the future, they're warriors.
Fine.
What more do you want?
I accept that. I would have liked maybe a reference to a giant alien killer plant, but...
Look, this is clearly influenced by Avatar.
It was 100%.
And
this is
The Matrix.
This guy the people who make this film have only ever seen James Cameron movies.
And Terminator.
Yeah.
But is
fine.
that a problem?
Yeah, no, if you're going to make...
When you're making it as fun and as nice looking and slick as this,
if you're going to pick a director to go after James Cameron. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wasn't a sinking ship in the middle of it.
I really want to know what's on the moon.
Same.
That was my That was my takeaway from this. I was like, I want to watch the sequel.
What's on the fucking moon, please?
Yeah.
Pandora 2. Pandora Harder.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about it?
Some sort of cheese monster. What was the best thing about it? It's the best. They're the best action sequences we've seen on this show. I think.
Wow.
Potentially.
Big words. Yeah, they are.
They'd be up there with sort of. I know it's a CGI film as well, but Gantz that has some great action sequences in it.
That was animated though.
Yeah. Some of the sort of martial arts movies we've watched, and these action sequences are up there with some of that.
They made Robot Overlords look amateurish.
Oh yeah.
It really did.
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley and Gillian Anderson are in that.
This was the sort of thing I wanted from that.
Yeah, agreed.
And it zoomed by and it was just tremendously fun.
It's just really good fun. It's fun. It's a good Saturday night pizza and a Magnum action movie. It's exactly what it is.
If this starred Charlie Hunnam and
okay, let's do this.
I don't know, who's someone a bit older.
Idris Elba.
No, because then you're just making Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah, okay, fair.
And I don't know, Bryan Cranston.
I would say Brian Cox though. Bryan Cranston, that's an interesting guess.
This would make
shitloads of money.
$100 million.
Tom Cruise and Charlie Hunnam. It's a CGI fest. Nothing in it is real.
Yeah.
But it looks great. It genuinely looks great. Stream table?
Sure. It needs to go in it.
It certainly does. I'm going to let you run it, but I will speak through this. Number 8 currently in the stream table is Buddy Games. Number 7 is Freaks, You're One of Us. Number 6 is Mercy. Number 5 is Sweet Girl. Number 4 is Catty Catty. Number 3 is Don't Listen. Number 2 is Against the Ice. Number 1 is The Humans. What is your current thinking on where Warriors of Future goes?
It's the most fun movie we've seen, so I would be tempted to put it at the top spot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Personally.
I'm not going to argue that. It's my wildcard movie. It's tough, isn't it? Because we said last week, The Humans going top. We said it wouldn't be there for long. It's never going to win any battles. I think it's a better movie than Against the Ice. This.
Yeah.
The Humans has, like we said last week, great acting performances in.
Yeah.
But it isn't. This is
a really good movie, The Humans.
Yeah, it is.
Really good movie.
Just don't go
a better movie than this, technically, performance-wise. But they're totally different. What do you want from your 90 minutes?
Yeah.
Genuinely, I will watch this movie again. I know I will watch this movie again.
Wow. I'm really happy that you're so up for it. I'm really, really happy by this.
And I would say I would recommend this I think this is a great Saturday night movie.
Yeah, it is.
Just fun. I really enjoyed it. Absolutely stupid, but fun.
Good solid pick. Good wild
card
pick.
It's your best wild card pick
okay.
for several seasons.
Nice. I'll take that. I'm happy with. If you want to put it at the top, Nick, I'm happy for it to go at the top.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Like we always say, if you're going to watch this or The Humans again, which one you watching? Job done.
Yeah.
The Humans had a very short-lived reign at the number 1 spot. And Warriors of Future takes over.
That number 1 baton has been passed several times.
It has, yeah.
This season already.
It has. I think we've had like 5 films at number 1 so far.
Sorry.
I must admit, when we sat down to start recording this tonight, I did not expect that.
Really?
I did not expect you to go there.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad you have. I'm really glad.
Is that where you'd have it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Good.
Cool. Come at me, everybody. Everybody's got a wild card. Come and get some.
Gauntlet is laid down.
The gauntlet is laid down.
There are 4 more out there. Wild cards?
5. Yours and 4 Patreons.
Okay.
So there's 5 more out there.
Okay.
So yeah. Come at me, people. And Robin. Robin's got like 20 wild cards. Yeah. So he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, talking of Robin, shall we drag him out and pick next week's movie?
Sure.
What do you want from next week? We couldn't have had 2 different movies in the last 2 weeks. They could have been more different, could they, those 2?
No, that's true. Comedy.
But that's the great thing about this show. It's different every week.
Sure, 100%. And I don't think I would have ever watched Warriors of the Future.
Warriors of Future.
Would I? Because I don't know if I'd have even found it.
No, definitely not. Even when you type in Warrior into Netflix's search bar, it's like the 8th film that comes up.
Yeah.
So you never would have found it. That's what this show's all about.
It's a hard recommend for me.
Finding hidden gems. Is that what we've done?
Yeah, 100%.
Excellent. What do you want from next week?
Comedy.
Comedy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we've got, shall we?
Yeah, we still need to get the Buddy Games taste out of our mouth.
Very true. You ready?
Sure.
He has picked a movie called Here Are the Young Men. Sounds like my kind of movie.
I mean, that could be about anything.
Okay, would you like to know what it is about?
Yeah, I really would.
It's an Irish drama.
Okay.
From 2020.
Nice.
Do you want the synopsis?
Yes, please.
Dublin teenagers Matthew, nihilistic Rez, and the deranged Kearney leave school to a social vacuum of drinking and drugs, falling into shocking acts of transgression.
Weirdly worded, but okay.
It's really weird. Really weirdly worded. That's a really difficult thing to say. Do you want to know who's in it?
Yes, please.
Dean Charles Chapman's in it.
Okay.
He was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He was in 1917. Finn Cole.
Okay.
And Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh, cool.
She been on the show before?
Thoroughbreds.
Okay.
Mostly known for The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, isn't she?
Yes, she is indeed. Conley Hill's in it as well. He was also in Game of Thrones. So yeah, we're going to go and watch that. Sounds fun. Drugs and drinking drama.
Sure.
Why not?
Yep.
So yeah, go out and watch Here Are the Young Men. And in the meantime, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. I don't think it's called Twitter anymore. Whatever it's called these days.
Is it actually not called Twitter anymore?
No.
You don't do retweets anymore either.
Do you not? What do you do now?
Post.
Post?
And repost.
On my phone, it just says X.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you want.
I'll tell you what, just don't fucking bother.
Yeah, just
follow us on Instagram and Letterboxd at BOTS_podcast. If you want to drop us an email, our email address is bottomofthestream@gmail.com and our website is bottomofthestream.com. On our website, you will find every episode we've ever recorded, loads of really cool stuff, all of the stream tables, and you can even get some merch if you want to buy a Bottom of the Stream.
potted plant.
Potted plant. Is that because of the new potted plant that's in the stream boat?
No, it's because we just watched a movie with a massive city engrossing plant.
I'd already forgotten. There is a new potted plant on the stream boat, though.
There is. It's very nice, and it's even got a little Groot.
Yeah, my little Groot pop vinyl's in there in the pot with it.
He looks very happy.
He does. He's got a bubbly head.
Yeah.
After you've done all of that, head over to Patreon, patreon.com/bottom of the stream. On there, for £5 of your English pounds every month, you will get early access to the movie show episodes. You will get a poster and a coaster. You will get
and a toaster,
a toaster and a roaster.
Oh yes.
You get a shout out on the show. You got all sorts of cool stuff. You get an exclusive access to an exclusive area of the Discord that nobody else is allowed into. And if you come in, not even at the top level, you come in at any level now, you'll get a wild card, which means you can do what I've just done: play your wild card, come at me, try and beat me, knock me off the top of the stream, and if you do, you will win a prize come the end of the season. And then when you've done all of that, head into the Discord. The Discord is a wonderful group full of wonderful people where we have lots of fun chats, loads of cool stuff. You can get involved in the real talks. You can do all sorts. And every month we do a watch along where we pick a bad movie and watch it along with everybody else. And
It's not always a bad movie.
not always a bad movie, but it's better when they are.
Yeah.
They're more fun when they are. Yeah, that's what we do in the Discord. So the Discord link will be in the bottom of the show notes.
Yes, please come and join us. It's a lot of fun. If you can spare a few minutes, please also leave us a review and a rating. Anyway, you can review and rate podcasts because it really helps get the word out about our show.
It does.
And that's what we want to do. We want more people in the Discord. We want to make friends and spread the word. Because it's better to be positive and spread our
That's what we're all about.
movie joy.
Yep.
Everywhere
And your
we
Taylor
can.
Joy.
Exactly.
Movie joy.
You can rate or review us anywhere that you can find podcasts: Podbean, Podchaser, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of the others.
Pretty much everywhere now.
Yeah.
If we're not there, let us know and we'll get there.
We'll be there. Yeah.
That's it. So go out and watch Warrior. No, don't watch Warriors of the Future unless you haven't.
If you really enjoyed it.
If you really enjoyed it, watch it again. And then go out and watch. I have no idea what that movie's called.
Something about young men.
Here Are the Young Men. And we'll come back on Monday for the wave and next Thursday for the movie show.
Cheers.
Bye.